Good morning, my fellow yogic travelers. I'm mighty glad to be alive today, and I hope that you are too as we continue to live, laugh, love, learn, linger, and live the life we love. Thank you so much for inviting me into your homes and your hearts, and I hope that anything that I share with you brings you closer to your true self, helps you find whatever it is you think you might be looking for that you lack, which of course you don't, and then, most important, elevate the conversation, pass it on, and bring your playfulness and your joy to the world because the world needs it. All right. Oh, it's Wednesday, my bad joke day. I never am afraid of stooping too low to have jokes that are so lowbrow, what I call my pee-pee and caca jokes, especially for my older Jewish men friends in Florida. These three guys are discussing the health woes that they have, and the first guy saying, it's terrible. I had such problems with my urinary patterns. I had the prostate operations. I get UTIs all the time. I try to go to the bathroom. I shake the lizard and their drops come out. It's just horrible. Second guy says, that's nothing. I've had these terrible constipation problems my whole life. I've tried Metamucil. I've tried prune juice. I've tried exercise, everything I could do. And I sit on the toilet and I squeeze and all I get is bupkis, hardly anything. The guy says, yeah, well, listen. 7 o'clock in the morning, I have a flood that comes out of me. It was like Noah could float the ark on this. That's how much urine I pass. And then 8 o'clock in the morning, I have a bowel movement you're not going to believe. They could measure this in a hospital, and since this is in the Guinness Book of Records. And the two other guys say, well, what are you complaining about? I said, well, I don't get out of bed till 9. All right. So following up on that, my journaling question for today that has to do with how you take care of yourself. So how do you care for your body? It's the temple. You can't do any spiritual practices without the body, whether it's chanting or asana or meditating or service, devotion, right? Without the body, you're disembodied. So you have a regular routine of exercise, fitness, walking, surfing, rock climbing, yoga. How's your sleep patterns? What do you do with your diet? What about your social contact? Do you have hobbies? All that stuff has to do with taking care of your body and respecting the vehicle that you have to manifest. So let me know how you're doing it. I'd be glad to let you know how I'm doing it. All right. So I've learned from my teacher's life, who he modeled going from ridicule and rejection to acceptance and accolades. Not only was he a fierce practitioner individually, but he was a householder to remind us the householder path is not easy. It's difficult, and it always has been. It doesn't mean you can't step up to the responsibilities and have yoga as a helper, even if sometimes you can't practice as much. Sometimes your practice is just the service you do to your family. So for all you householders, remember, you still can use your yogic mindset to bring the best that you have within you to how you serve the people around you who you love. So when you feel like you're coming apart at the seams, pulled by different competing demands, yoga will tell you, examine the nature of being. Expand the whole thing into a metaphysical psychology. Observe, question authority, and think for yourself. Now for me, yoga represents the gem of potential, which I continue to gain expertise in while avoiding thinking like I'm an expert. Even though I've been doing this 50 years, I'm still learning. It's enlarged my vocabulary. It's taught me how to think and speak clearly and concisely, and how not to argue with people. Those who say they know usually don't know. Those who know usually say they don't know. Now, one thing that will kill the growth pattern and your potential, the gem of potential, is always criticizing yourself, always thinking there's something wrong with us. There's a voice inside. I'm too thin. I'm too fat. I'm too short. I'm too tall. I'm too stingy. I'm too generous. I'm too fat. I'm too thin. I'm too slow. I'm too fast. I'm not athletic. I can't dance. I got big ears. I got a small nose. I'm dumb. I got my birthmark is ugly. Yada, 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 yada. So either you inflate yourself inappropriately to rise above it all, or you feel depressed about it and you live victimized by that. Either way, it numbs you so you don't really feel. You're low in affect, and the worst is you walk around like an automaton, like a robot. Don't do things by rote. Wake up. I'm not saying that we don't have things that we can look at and criticize, but there's more to be praised, more to be thankful for, more to be appreciative of. Remember, the lover is the appreciative consciousness. So appreciate as much as you can about yourself, other people, and life. What do you mean? Am I telling you like, have an ecstasy experience? I am. Yes, ecstasis, away from the fixed and static condition. You got to break through. Yoga, or my generic metaphor for whatever yoga represents, it gives you direct experiences, not cliches, like the theologians and intellectuals who talk about it, but often depreciate the experience in the body in favor of concepts and theories. No, we don't want that. We want to be filled with it. We want to be embodying it in the moment. So always remember, for the affirmation fanatics out there, whatever you give your attention to, the law of attraction is going to help to be more. No one is keeping you from what you want. No one is preventing you from the fulfillment of your desire. But just remember, you can't go to the new by talking about the old. When you program your GPS system to take you somewhere, it doesn't scold you for how long you've been in some other place. And unless you reroute it, it'll take you back to the place where you were. Just add the new address and keep moving in that direction. And I hope, once again, Shruti Smriti, what did you just listen to? What are you going to remember and take with you? Because I hope you always remember whatever you need to know in time and space. And whatever you wish to recall, may you immediately have it presented to you in all its clarity and fullness, in its correct form in your mind. And may you retain any impression that you want to remember automatically and with ease. Have a fantastic day. And if you think this is worth anything, tell somebody to contact me and subscribe. I'd love to hear from you.